There could have been a spaceship down there. There could have been anything down there that it just got up and it went and they took it back and they had to seal it for a couple thousand years and then boom boom.
Han meditation.
All right, guys, we're back filming more reaction stuff. Whatever we find interesting, we're just gonna look at it and check it out. Maybe stuff you already know, maybe stuff you don't know, but it's important to get this information out there. So, you know, straight to it.
Dashur. 15 miles south of Cairo, it's one of Egypt's most mysterious royal graveyards. Today, only a handful of pyramids survive. But the remains of many more lie hidden beneath the desert sands. Egyptologist Dr. Chris Naunton has spent his career hunting for these lost tombs. He has come to Dashur, where Egyptian archaeologists have made a thrilling discovery.
This is a pretty exciting moment. We're in it's an amazing kind of lunar landscape. This is the bent pyramid, just slightly closer to us, and what's known as the...
So guys, they make these kind of discoveries all the time in Egypt, and they make these kind of discoveries all across the world, whether it's in Mexico, Portugal, or any of these, you know, different countries where pyramids have been found. Right. They discover them all the time, and a lot of times they don't even show what they discover because they don't want that kind of stuff to get out. And they take a lot of the artifacts for themselves. Different government systems are corrupt. There's a lot that goes into it politically wise, where you just don't know what's out there. So we just really have to dig deep, and we have to find out what we can do to get this knowledge out together. Yeah. So just, you know, sharing videos like this and just watching them, I mean, it's huge.
The red pyramid behind it. But we're going to a much less well-known part of the site where something very intriguing, to say the least, has been uncovered just very recently.
This crater was the site of a large quarry, until workers stumbled upon blocks of finely cut limestone buried deep in the sand. Egypt's Ministry of Antiquities began to excavate. Excavations have revealed a passage that once led from the entrance to deep under the pyramid. The stairs lead to an underground complex, the heart of the pyramid.
So look how finely this stuff has been crafted, guys. They're trying to tell you that they did this with stone tools, brass, and it's like, come on, man.
And like 1,000 people working for 100 years each.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that extraterrestrials came and did it all themselves, but there was an advanced civilization here at the very least. There was a way advanced civilization that was here, and they came and they taught the people how to do this stuff. They were already here. Maybe they're from Atlantis. Maybe they're, you know, just advanced and, you know, got lost to time. But these buildings, all this architecture, a lot of it is way older than they say, 30, 40,000 years old, where anything could have happened. Anything could be lost to time by that time. So
yeah, I think it's just either, I think they say Egypt itself now that, you know, the pyramid and all that as we see it is much, much older than we thought and lasted through civilizations. But a lot of it didn't last until now. And I think it's just possible that way even farther back than we think, there was a whole other civilization that got to a certain point and then got lost, whether it's with Atlantis, the flooding, the whatever it's called, ice age.
Yep.
Whatever it may be. But I think they got very, very civilized. And then there's also, you know, it brings it up in ancient aliens a lot, where there's, you know, things such as the Bible where it says the angel, but entities essentially that come down and teach the people a lot of things, which is very
that's prevalent in almost every culture, where they say these beings, these angels, these gods come down and they teach us how to grow crops. They teach us how to build, you know, architecture. They tell us how to, you know, do mathematics. They tell us about astronomy. They tell us about, you know, all the planets in the galaxy, how the earth was created, how humanity was created. This stuff is there. And it's, you know, all across different cultures. So let's just continue to watch.
These huge blocks are protecting the only access.
Look how fine that's cut.
And
this is like thousands of years ago with lasers, man. Has to be.
And unlike any other pyramid found so far, it still appears to be sealed. Egypt's Ministry of Antiquity has granted permission to raise the capstone to reveal what lies within.
What happens is they get it to a point where they can just, you know, they can actually see what's going on down there, and then they can find the tomb. Once
Finally,
they find the tomb,
after 3 days of effort,
they can excavate it.
the tomb gives up its secrets for the first time in almost 4,000 years.
I'll be scared to go in there. Like, drop some.
But what's inside is a shock.
Someone robbed the tomb.
Oh, goodness me.
Its contents are in disarray. The archaeologists hope to be unveiling treasure. But now, there's a mystery to solve.
There are two questions here that we need to start trying to answer. One is, who was buried here? Who was this pyramid built for? And then secondly, how is it that an apparently completely sealed, unbreached burial chamber comes to have been disturbed?
It's becoming clear they've stumbled upon an ancient crime scene. Someone got here first and robbed the burial chamber.
It couldn't. I mean, they did it. So if you just had a group of people that knows how to lift it up like they did, it's not.
I mean, here's the thing too. I mean, it depends how far out you want to get, but if you read, you know, if you're familiar with the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, which I'm very familiar with, I'm reading them all on my channel. Check that out. But he was in the halls of Amenti.
Right.
And when you're in the halls of Amenti, it's almost like a rejuvenation chamber. You go down there, you have to fast for an amount of time, and then you have a new avatar body, essentially, and then you can live forever, essentially. Mm-hmm. And that's how Thoth was able to live throughout all of these thousands of years, teaching different cultures, you know, all this, you know, different knowledge. So that could have been, you know, part of the halls of Amenti. That could have been, you know, there could have been a spaceship down there. There could have been anything down there that it just got up and it went, and they took it back, and they had to seal it for a couple thousand years, and then boom, boom. You know what I mean? It's a garage. Who knows what was down there? It could have been just a normal tomb, but obviously there was something of value that is not there.
I mean, even with that whole gonna go down that wormhole, like when we're talking ancient Egypt, like anything's possible. I've seen stuff before where they said like certain passages could have been like a portal. You know, maybe it's that type of situation where there was something there and then it just, boom, went into another dimension or just disappeared on its own. You never know.
You never know, guys. So,
never know.
Next video, we got something special for you. See you guys soon.